Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, Hoopers. I am your host, Shay Rippinger. Welcome to the Hoopla Y'all show where we talk about health, humor, and hooping. And I'm previewing a little move that I'll be showing you in a little bit. So stay tuned for that. Tonight's theme is going to be on, it is torso. So I want to say toro, 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 like the bull kind of thing. Anyway. Torso, we're talking about, this is the mind-body connection series. So this is number 3 on the mind-body connection series. And this is going to be on torso. So we're talking about the core, and we'll be talking about some health tips, humor, and hooping, and relating it all with this and connecting it with the mind and the body. Okay, so, and I'm your host, Shay Rippinger. I run Hoopla, so if you want a complimentary hoop consultation, custom hoops, hoop training, health coaching, all that kind of good stuff, I'm your gal. I also perform and teach and do all that kind of neat stuff. So welcome. If you're watching live, thank you for watching live. Please type in where you're watching from. And if you're watching on the replay, awesome. Type in where you are watching from, and also some of your thoughts about this broadcast and some of your ideas of what you do well in this category for how everybody's different, so we all have different things at work, and when we communicate with one another, then we learn about each other's great things and tips and tricks as well. So this is all about sharing. Sharing is caring, so also share and care with this video as well. So yes, okay, so on the I missed this from the I had it in the kitchen. I thought I had everything prepared in right here. Anyway, my health tip for today, let's see if I switch around and do the other one, is, well, I'm going to do the milk thistle on this instead. Okay, so the mind-body connection, we are connected. So when we're talking about torso, I'm talking about a couple of the different chakras here that are encompassed by the torso, the chest, the core. All of this is very central. Just try and move anywhere if some part of this is in pain. I have a friend of mine who's got a rib out. My husband has a rib that goes out frequently, and it shadows everything that they do, because that pain radiates to everything else. So you could do something with an arm, but it's still going to hurt. And so you want everything to be in conjunction and as well as possible at all times, so you can function physically and mentally. So because when the physical is down, the mental is having a hard time getting through as well. So we want to keep all of this in check and as well as possible. So with the torso, we cover a couple of areas. There's the heart chakra, and then also the solar plexus chakra. And so the heart is about relationships. It's your love connection, and it actually is the brain mind connection. And then with the solar plexus chakra, it's a little bit lower. So your heart is a little bit higher. Color on that is green, and the solar plexus is a little bit lower. That's your personal power center. So if this one's out of whack, then it's kind of like if mama ain't happy, the whole household ain't happy. That's kind of like your solar plexus and heart chakra. If your heart's not into it, if your heart's not happy, like if you have a job, for instance, that you do not like, you do not love, and you really, really don't like it, then it shades and clouds over everything else that you do. But if you even just change your perspective, and this has happened to me where there was a job, I had the same job, but at first I thought it was demeaning, I thought it was below me, all this kind of stuff, and then I changed my attitude about it, and I changed my perspective about it, and all of a sudden it became this amazing job and one of the best jobs I ever had. But it was the same job. I'm still making the same money, but actually I made more money because I sold more stuff. So sometimes when you have a better perspective, my brain changed, and therefore my heart changed about it too as well. So when your brain can get in on it and your heart can follow in, if your heart's in it, then everything is good. So yeah. All right. So on that note, I'm talking about the torso area, so I'm going to throw in a little health tip about, yeah, I'm going to throw in the first one that I had in here, even though I don't have it in front of me, and that is aloe. And because all of this system here has to do with, there's digestion, there's basically, this houses all your internal organs right here. So your torso, it has a lot of protective qualities around it. Your rib cage is protecting your heart. It's protecting your lower, your some of your intestines, and all of that kind of good stuff. So aloe is one of those really great things that I like to do. A lot of people think of aloe as just taking care of the skin for sunburns, but you can also use aloe internally as a digestive aid as well. So to help things move through and be calm and move through, well, try some aloe. That's a really great thing to do. So that's a health tip for today. And then, okay, now I'm going to move on, and I also try and keep this on time budget. So if you're watching, type in the comments and join in live, because that's the fun of participating. So I'm going to show you, this is a laughter yoga exercise, and I'm calling it the loose noodle, and it's actually going to have the applications. Thank you so much. Hi, Marta. One of my belly dance friends from Colorado. Hey, type in where you're watching from. I know, Marta, I'm pretty sure. Although the last time I guessed where one of my friends was watching from, I was totally wrong. Apparently, either she was visiting someplace else or she moved. So anyway, okay, so we're going to do a loose noodle exercise. Now Marta is one of my belly dance friends. This loose noodle laughter yoga exercise will be really good for a hooping move that we're going to do next. But this is also a really cool thing to do with belly dance as well. So what I'm going to do is I encourage you to join me on this. I'm going to adjust this little camera slightly so that my head gets in the shot as well. So what we're going to do, I call this loose noodle, and you're going to be moving the shoulders back and forth. And we're going to be smiling and breathing through this exercise. That's the whole point of laughter yoga, is to get nice deep breaths in there. You're at home. Okay. Yeah. I'm guessing home is Colorado for you. Colorado, even though I have a Colorado sign in the background for the World Hoop Day Colorado, in one of my cameras here, I've got a 2-camera setup right now. I'm in on a mountaintop in Boise, Idaho now. So some people know that, some people don't. But anyway, okay, back to the loose noodle. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be just shifting, and I want you to keep this nice and loosey-goosey. So take some nice big inhales in and exhales out. So the arms are going to be kind of counterbalancing. So you don't have to really worry about the arms, just let them hang. But just move the shoulders. So you're just going to be sliding the shoulders side to side. So think of this as like being on a train. So when you're on a train and you're trying to walk on the train and the train's going to, that's what we're doing here, is just keeping this nice and loosey-goosey, 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 loose, wet noodle, wet noodle, wet noodle. So over one side, over other side, over one side, over the other side. So you can make this nice and big. If you the quicker you make the movement, the smaller your movement's going to be. The bigger you make the movement, the slower it needs to be. So if you're going to take it all the way to the side, rather than jerk the body around, which I don't want you to put your body at risk, I want you to do this nice and big and slow. So you can be this nice and slow. For the purposes of how this is going to translate to the hoop move, you're going to need to pick up the pace on this. But you can just get this going. So take some breaths in. Remember to smile. Inhale it in, exhale it out. And it's a fake it till you make it laugh. Inhale it in, exhale it out. And on the exhales, you want to be laughing it out and really pressing that air out of your lungs. So keep it nice and loosey-goosey. Lead with the shoulders. It's like somebody's pulling the shoulders side to side. And then, okay, so we're just going to let that go and relax that out. And then at the end of laughter yoga exercises, this is what we do. We take our hands together. And hopefully you did that with me. Hopefully you stood up, because, you might have been sitting during your day. If you were standing all during your day, then this might just be a good break in the action, so that it's, you know, you might be able to do this on your knees or, you know, change the application of it. Anyway, what we're going to do for the end of the laughter yoga exercise, we take our hands together, nice and big and wide. We go, very good, yay. We do that twice. Very good, yay. There's a lot of little receptacles on your hands that are, it's good energy. So like if you know Reiki at all, Reiki is good energy. This is good mind body. We did this on another show just recently where you take your hands together and you create friction and energy by rubbing your hands together. Hi, Brandy. And then you can take and use that energy created, and you can use this to help heal and parts of your body, so, or at least send energy and healing, loving energy with this. You could do this for yourself. You could do this for your pets. Marta has a really cool cat called Jacko, which is that cat has like the coolest pictures online. So anyway, the hands. So what you're doing is you're taking your hands together and all these little acupressure points on them. When you do this nice big wide clap, you're energizing and doing that. So very good, yay. Very good, yay. We do that twice at the end of laughter yoga exercises. Okay, so I promised that that little loosey-goosey, that wet noodle move is going to be good for chest tubing and also can be good for a belly dance move too. So you can take that and do this into a more controlled movement where you're doing a chest isolation. But I want you to keep this a little loosey-goosey for the purpose of hooping. So if you're doing it as a belly dance move, then you can do all kinds of applications with this. And I'm only bringing up the belly dance because Marta's watching, so I thought I'd throw that in there because I do belly dancing with my hooping and hooping with my belly dancing, so they're kind of interchangeable for me. And also, I have to shout out to these fun pants because they're my little butterfly pants. And I have my hiking boots on because I went for a walk with a neighbor this morning and I just didn't take my hiking boots off, so there that is. Okay. Alrighty, so I need my big hoop for this. So I suggest using a bigger hoop. Now I'm in a very small space here, so this is the biggest hoop that I can use possibly in this space without hitting every single wall in here because this is a very small space. If I do this and that, I'm hitting each wall. So it's, you know, within 1/2 step, I hit the walls here. In my small, I appreciate and I send love out to my little small office space, and I'll be getting a nice new space to work in here coming up soon. Anyway, so loosey-goosey, so just like we did with the laughter yoga exercise. So I want you to just, without the hoop, just do this first. So you can hang on to the hoop if you like, or you can just set the hoop down and just get this loosey-goosey move. So this is going to be for chest hooping. Or chest and shoulder hooping. So this core, we're going to be working on this core. Now, this is a high intensity movement, so there's a lot of movement going on here. So this is really a physical hoop movement. So even though we're doing it loosey-goosey, it still takes a lot of energy. So if you're looking for a good caloric burn, this is a good one to do. So you want to get this started on, you're going to need a prerequisite of having a little bit of chest hooping first. Now, if you don't have this already, what I'd like you to do is just get the loosey-goosey movement with the arms up. And so even if you don't have that hooping yet, just like loosey-goosey, like so. So in one camera, I need to do this. Okay, so you know those things at the used car lots? We have this joke with the World Hoop Day Colorado planning committee where we got the little floaty guy, man, and he does that floaty wave. That's what you're doing with this if you're doing just the chest hooping. So if you don't have the arms in just yet, that's okay. Just do the floaty arms and do this loose noodle move with the chest. So just going back and forth, and you're just slide shifting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So if we're doing it with the arms in, so I'm going to give this a good twist. Also remember that if you don't have this and the hoop keeps going down, then A, try a bigger hoop. B, turn in the direction that the hoop is going. So if I'm rotating my hoop to the right, I'm going to do little turns to the right. Okay, if I'm rotating to the left, I'm going to do little turns to the left, and I'm also going to hit the walls with the hoop. So anyway, let's see if I can scoot up a few inches and see if that matters. All right, so you're going to get this nice loosey-goosey move. and just shift back and forth. Shift, shift, shift. So you got to keep this going. And I'm trying not to turn, but I need a bigger hoop and I need a little bit bigger space. But just for all intents and purposes, we're just going to try it anyway. So sometimes you just have to try it anyway. And then try it in both directions as well. Okay, now I'm going to try and turn with this. So loosey-goosey, 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 loosey-goosey. So just, when I say loosey-goosey, arms are just flopping around out here. So for once, I'm not going to be harping on your hands as to what your hands are doing because they can just float all around here. You know, kind of like a little George of the Jungle, a little, I also call this a little little chimpanzee move where you're just, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, when I teach this in class, I do sound effects and stuff like that. So I actually do, I do monkey sounds, all kinds of fun stuff, anything to make people laugh. Because when you laugh, laugh more, live often. Just came up with that today for my business motto. Okay, so and if it pops up on your neck, that is totally okay. Neck hooping is allowed, so you can totally do that. So you just want to pop this back down to get that on the shoulders. So you want to really get this going. And remember I said when, if you were with me just like a few minutes ago, when we were doing this as a laughter yoga exercise, if you do it big and you do it slow, you can do that. But for the purposes of hooping, you're going to need to speed this up. It's going to need to be beat, 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 beat. And also with hooping, with any type of hooping, especially on body where you have it rotating, that consistent beat is really important. It doesn't matter. It does matter what speed that beat is, because if it goes too slow, the hoop is going to drop down. There's like that sweet point, that sweet spot right before the hoop drops to the ground, that you can just slow it down to its absolute slowest possible rate of motion, but you still have to keep that consistent beat, 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 beat. It's the very split second that you don't have it consistent, the hoop is going to respond accordingly and drop to the ground. If your hoop drops to the ground, let it. It's okay. We all drop our hoops. It's kind of like everything in life. It just happens. It's a metaphor for life. So you want to keep going, pick it up like you're meant to do that, and keep going and try it again. So we're going to try this again. Loosey-goosey, loosey-goosey. And like I said, turn with this. It's really going to be helpful and beneficial to turn with this. So what was your favorite part of this show here? Learning the chest hooping, learning that you can take this and translate it into a laughter yoga move, or getting some information on the chakras, getting this core in balance with the rest of the body, getting this mind-body connection. We started with the head, we went to the throat. Today we're covering the torso with the heart and the solar plexus power center. I'm going to give you another little quick health tip. I love this trick. This is not mine. I'm borrowing this. Amy Purdy, but hi Jen. This is called a power pose because we're talking about the torso, and this power pose is it's like a superhero pose. Some people think of it as that, but you're going to take and just stand nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. I like doing this with all my people. Take a nice deep breath in. Roll the shoulders back, leave that chest nice and lifted so you get air in there, and you can have your hands on your hips or fists on your hip, however you want to do it. But you're just going to hold this pose, this nice confident power pose, for at least 30 seconds. If you can go a minute or 2 minutes, even better. But this is really helpful. So going from that to so giving you all kinds of stuff to do with the torso today. And so we covered lots of ground, and also aloe is good for keeping all of this flowing nice and smoothly. So definitely throw that in with your regimen if that resonates with you. Not everything is working at all times for everybody. So always go with what, again, heart, mind, body connection, the mind, body connection, using your heart on this one. What does your heart tell you? You can do muscle testing with this and find if you are resistant to this, or if it's something that's going to resonate with you. So always go with what is good for you. So don't listen to anything that anybody says, but go with what you feel in your gut is good for you. Also do your research too, because that's one of the best things you could possibly do. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and comment, hi Megan. Oh my goodness. Hi Megan. Oh, I think Megan's down in Florida. Hello, hello. And Jen, let's see here. Where's Jen these days? Jen's in Florida too, actually, I think. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. So thank you so much. And I'm keeping this on time. And so catch the next episodes on this. So we've got three more episodes in this Mind Body Connection series. So we covered the head, the arms, and then along with the throat chakra. And okay, I've got a comment on one, and then I don't see the comment on the other. So anyway, otherwise I'd comment live. So throat chakra, now we're lumping the heart and the solar plexus in because we're talking about the torso. And then next up, we're going to have the waist knot. So if you want to get that waist sexy, or just awesome, because it's all connected. And then also I have a special guest coming up for episode 5 of this series, and that's going to be really cool on the root chakra. And if y'all know about the root chakra, it's not only part of your foundation, your base, but it's your sexual power too. So tune in for that, because that's going to be awesome, and I'm very excited. So I'm just going to tease that because I'm just excited about that. So I have a special guest for that. So we're going to try the technologies and see if it all works. So, all right. Thanks so much for watching. Rock on. Peace out. See you on the next episode. Thanks so much for watching the Hoopla of Y'all show. I'm Shay Rippinger. And if you haven't already, please sign up for the email at www.hipthehoopla.com. That's HIPTHEHOOPLA.com. And then there's a free gift there that you can do just for signing up. So you'll get some tutorials, you'll get some good hooping advice, good health advice, some humor, because that's what I like to do, is make it funny. So, all right, thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys soon. Rock on, peace out. And the next one of these is going to be on Wednesday. So I'm doing a series that's Monday and Wednesdays this month to do this 6-part series. Okay, that's it.